Virgo, song that's playing for you is High. And you see it's about like 75, 80% of the way through. So it's like you may be in a state where you're coming down from a high. Or somebody's coming down from a high in regards to you. Whether you getting out of like the bubbly stages, if you're in a relationship, you getting out the bubbly stages of the relationship, and now you starting to see the relationship for what it is now instead of what you wanted it to be. You're losing the high. Or people are seeing things for what it is instead of what you want it to be. They're losing the high. You feel me? They're coming down. Whether it's in regarding, it's like whether it's people involving themselves with you or you involving yourself with people. You feel me? Somebody's coming down from a high. Look, instructions. So you may be giving instructions or receiving instructions right now. Or you just missed it. Or you didn't follow the instructions, or someone else didn't follow the instructions. Someone is in their head and someone is able to express themselves emotionally. Or it's like they don't even need to express themselves emotionally. How one is carrying themselves is seen. How it's like no conversation needed. You can see how someone feels about whatever they're invested in. You feel me? Almost the body language is speaking louder than what someone can say. About to find out it's all speculation. All speculation. So you could be the one in there in your head, or you could be the one that's sitting high in there in whatever emotion and or feeling they're in. Now, it's like first card out though is you may be thrown in the towel regarding something. Something you were holding on to. Something you didn't want to let go of. It's either you are willingly letting that go, or you have no choice but to let it go. Because you did some introspect. And now it's like you going in hermit mode. You gain the wisdom and or instructions on how to just let something go. You feel me? Or it's like when you went in hermit mode, you just came to the conclusion of maybe I shouldn't do something as hard as I was trying to do something. What is that? Look, it may be regarding the foundation and or. See, look, Knight of Coins, Knight of Wands. Maybe you shouldn't do something as hard as you were trying to do something, because the cycle's complete in your life. So it's like, maybe it's like you really, all these in reverse. It's like you dialing back from going so hard at something. You feel me? At one point, you didn't want to give up. You had all the swords. You may have lost friends and or just good solid ideas when trying to fuck with one idea. You feel me? Yeah, judgment. Because second card, whether someone called judgment on you and you have no choice but to give up, or you're the one that called judgment. It's like something made you call judgment unconsciously. And it's like you have no choice but to follow the unconscious call. You feel me? So you dialing back from something. Knight of Wands on the bottom. Whether that was a bad habit, look, and that may put you in the state that's like a good seed. All right, what you got? Now, that could be someone you're involved with. Or, because if this is just you versus you, then it's like you. If this is a bad habit you had, you blowing the horn on that bad habit. Judgment was called in some way, shape, or form. Whether you realize something about that habit or something happened in your external world that made you make reference to the habit. And once you made that reference, it's like something you can't unsee or something you can't unconnect. But that caused you to put that burden down because it was bad for you. And that is putting you in the state of King of Coins, expressing your mind the way you need to express your mind. You feel me? Participate in the habits and or partnerships that bring you abundance versus things that do not. Whatever putting this down was, you feel me? Hey, whatever you into, good on you. Look, you was emotional regarding something. It's like you were, at one point, you were crying over spilled milk in some way, shape, or form. Whether it was you didn't want to let go of, again, a bad habit or a person, place, or thing. You feel me? You didn't want to let something go. But now it's almost like you don't have no choice but to let something go. So you're dialing back on the bottom because this was on the split. So once upon a time. But here we are now. You pulled back. You had to pull back because judgment was called. And that's putting someone outside of you in the space of the King of Cups, properly being able to properly express their mind and or investments or whatever they're invested in. You feel me? Whatever this coin is to this individual, whether it's a person outside of you or you yourself. This coin could represent your mind or a person or whatever. You feel me? It's putting you dropping one. It's like you're dropping one thing to be able to pick up something better. Or you were just holding on to something that was in this state. It's like almost like you were trying to tear a king down. But judgment was called, so you can no longer attempt to do that. You dialed back. Because at one point you were real passionate about this. Because when you were holding on to something, it's almost like you were holding on to something you knew was already a dub. You knew you should have let go of whatever this was. Whether this was a bad idea or a person, place, or thing, you feel. But you didn't want to. But now it's like you were forced to. Or you have to. Oh, well, you get cards is falling and shit. I don't know, though. I'm gonna fuck with you. Wait, what song is this? Yeah, big energy. Again, King of Coins. You may be dealing with somebody that got big energy. Or once you put this habit down or whatever this is, you'll be in a space to have bigger energy. You just got to plug whatever. I split it again and this is back. You may still be crying over something. And that's putting you in a space to not be able to properly express yourself. Look, properly express yourself. But you're not projecting your emotions right. So whether you've let go of that habit or you need to let go of that habit, you may still be in the sense of that habit. It's like you may be at the part where it's like you realize you can't do something as passionate as you used to. So you may be gaining the inkling where you're in the stages where it's like, I guess I got to put something down now. What is this? Beautiful lies. See, I just thought the swords could be lies. It's like you got to stop lying. You can't lie no more. But if this is you versus you, once you do that, it'll put you in a state to properly express your mind. You got to put the lies down, though. It may be regarding a relationship. The Lover's in reverse. Or it's just like the lies is whether it's a relationship that's not good for you or a bad relationship. You feel me? If this is something you in or something you were in. Hey, I'm gonna fuck with you though.